Hey, what's going on? Live from Houston, Texas to here, and here to solve your immigration problems, share any advice, tips to help get your case moving to the next step. Now, let's see here. I wanted to talk about something that came up yesterday. Actually, someone had asked if their 485 application, if they have it filed already, especially if it's employment based case, does that mean you have some kind of, essentially some kind of quasi status? Now, unfortunately, it does not confer or provide any kind of quasi status. Okay. So that's something to consider. So if you're in a situation where you need to uh, renew or reapply for your current non immigrant status or change that to another non immigrant status, I highly recommend that. Okay. Because you want to preserve and maintain that status. Because we just had a scenario where, um, the solution for that person's situation was that they had a case, a 485 application pending for more time, many more months that's listed on the processing time schedule with USCIS, okay, on the uscis.gov website. And so by that information alone, yes, it's ready to file mandamus lawsuit to get USCIS to make a decision on it. And it already reached the prior date on the visa bulletin. However, the elements and requirements of a 485 is that you have to get the residency, you have to maintain your legal status in America, okay? Your non-immigrant status. That's very important, okay? The law, Nationality Act, INA 245K, only allows up to 180 days of unlawful presence, okay? And so I tried to understand why Congress created this. And it's a nice thing that they offered, probably in a situation where, like this, for this person who called in, um, to say that, a situation where they have a gap in their status. However, Congress needs to do better because 180 days is not much time. Okay. That's about roughly 6 months, assuming 30 days a month. And people fall out of status definitely for more than 180 days. And so this, I would think there's not many people that fall under can utilize this 245K. Okay, maybe those who, for example, applied for asylum before the 1 year expired, essentially one to timely file for asylum application. But that's another complex situation that we could discuss next time. But I'm here to answer any questions. So if you're tuning in for the first time and you have no idea what I'm talking about, but you enjoy our content, please subscribe down below. We greatly appreciate it. And if you're tuned in right now, and please share in the comments where you're watching from. We greatly appreciate it because we'd like to know, how far our channel has reached on YouTube. We're here to share any information possible. Of course, if you have really case specific information that I don't think is a good idea to, go thoroughly with you on YouTube, then please, I'll let you know to give us a call right here to schedule an appointment with us. Or you can go down to the description box on down below and go to our website, greencardguys.com, and click on contact us because we do offer. Okay, I'll just show you how to do it. Right over here, type in the website, click on the contact us page. There is a form just to answer a couple questions, and it will take you to the next page of self-schedule appointment for free, 15 minutes. Okay, point you in the right direction because I know that you probably already discussed with probably 2 or 3 other lawyers, and maybe you want a fourth opinion. I've even had someone tell me that I was like the 20th or 21st attorney they spoke with over the span of several years, and I was very honored. Because I know that it is difficult to trust a lawyer. But I can tell you that I would just want to share that we do offer benefits with our law firm. We are very intentional to share our services under each plan. Okay. Now, I have a video about this, I think 1 or 2 years ago, about what to consider in hiring a lawyer or even have a consultation with an attorney or law firm. You need to understand what you're really looking for. don't only just go by price, okay? If you decide to hire one, yes, of course, price is important, but you need to understand, do they have a team to help you? Number one, because ultimately you're hiring a lawyer because you want customer service, client service. That is exactly what we offer to our clients. We follow up timely. Okay. Not like 1 month later, like, oh, you should have known that last month. Or you called in and one day we call you 1 month later. No, that's not how it works. We call you, we answer the phone. Okay. During business hours, of course, when we're open. But also, we do offer free 15 minutes for clients Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can self schedule an appointment on our website, greencardguys.com. And you don't have to wait. You don't have to call. You don't have to call the office to schedule an appointment to speak with a lawyer. I know that's like old school way. We actually provide customer service. So, and we always ask for feedback, and usually any step of the way of your case, ask for feedback to make sure that you have an enjoyable, comfortable client experience as you are in the process of obtaining your residency or your visa or to become a citizen. Now, that being said, there are people that are stuck. So, by the way, if you have any questions, you're welcome to drop it in the comments, and also to explain about those free 15 minutes. To access those free 15 minutes, we do share a code, secret code, towards the end of the show. So I should be on for at least another 10, 15 minutes to answer questions, go through some visa bulletin, visa news. Okay, so let me see if I can share that in the meantime. I know y'all have a lot of questions about what the heck is going on with my case. And so the main thing here is that I want to share what the heck is going on with your case. A lot of people ask, is my petition, it's stuck in a service center that's taking forever, like 20 plus months. Can I move it to another service center? Unfortunately, you cannot move it. It's randomly assigned after you mail it to a certain location. All right. They have their own USCIS has their own internal process of moving your case file or application, your package to another service center if necessary. And they actually send you a mail notice to your mailbox if they transfer it. You can't transfer it on your own. Unfortunately, you can't pick and choose which service center because if I recall looking at yesterday, Texas Service Center is about, let's see here. Let me just pick one of these here. Let me share my screen. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me make this a little bit bigger. Okay. Okay, so you want to click on the form. Well, first of all, go to processing times. Sorry, I don't know that one. Oh, great. My monitor's talking to me. Okay, well, let's click I-130 because that's the most common that people ask about. Let's click on U.S. citizen filing for a spouse, parent, or child under 21. Okay. Let's click on California Service Center. We get a lot of questions about the California Service Center. Wow. Okay. 10 and a half months. That's good. That's good. Could be worse. I think the other day I was checking for another case, 45, and that took longer. So let's go to Texas Service Center. Get a little comparison here. 11 and a half months. So it's a little bit longer. Okay, now let's go. There's a couple more service centers, but let's go to 485. Okay, let's go family-based. Let's click on Dallas because I used to live in Dallas. 22 and a half months. Now, this situation is not a service center, but 22 and a half months on average for us and some of the lawyers I know professionally, it takes them about it's about average 12 months. So if it's getting to 22 months, this says 80% of the cases completed within that time frame, then it's time to get ready to think about a lawsuit, okay? Because it really should not take longer than that. But of course, people that call us are concerned about the processing time. It's taking them forever. Now let's go to Houston because that's where I'm located, my office. 20 months, okay? So, but let's click somewhere where like Las Vegas, maybe not as many applicants. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. 21 months. I've had some clients in Louisiana. Okay, like New Orleans. Let me see where New Orleans is at. Okay, I've had some cases take like, ooh, something's going on. Okay, something's going on, friends. So 27 and a half months. Well, I can recall at least one case from New Orleans. It took like 7 months, 6 to 7 months. Okay, after we filed the 485. So it's seeing that right now, 27 and a half months for New Orleans for 485. It's probably because they don't have enough personnel. Okay, they don't have enough people working in the office. All right, it's not about your case. All right, because we have had some questions throughout the time about, well, if filing a mandamus lawsuit, does that have a negative impact on your case about your 485, for example, or if you're waiting abroad outside the U.S. for the visa interview, or you already had an interview and you had the 221G document? Will that result in a denial of your case? Not necessarily. Okay, it could your outcome could be a negative result, but not because of the lawsuit. Okay. The lawsuit has helped push your case to the next step. Okay. And the next step we're looking at here is the interview or the decision. Okay. On your case. Because, yeah, that is a common concern that we do receive. And I just want to explain that because you paid a fee, you deserve legal status. Okay. I don't know if you qualify legally eligible. That's a different concern. If you have a lawyer right now for that actual application, you might want to chat with them about that to verify. But if the fact that if you hired a licensed attorney, most likely you were eligible in the first place. Okay. So I would hope so because you paid money for it, the government and your attorney. But if you don't have an attorney on your case and you filed on your own, don't think that just because you filed your own, that's the reason for delay, or don't think that your delay is because that that your case is bad or something like that. Okay, that if your case was bad or you weren't eligible to begin with, and especially if you had an interview at the consulate or embassy or in the United States for 45, then they would have denied you already. Okay, the thing is that they are not efficient. Okay, and they have a low amount of personnel to work in your case. And many people don't know about mandamus lawsuits. So that's why we talk about it quite often. So, of course, if you have any questions, jump in and share it with me and let me know. Let's see here what else I can share with you in the meantime. Y'all are shy crowd today. Maybe I can use the time to work on cases as well. Let's see. What else is important to share with you? Okay, on processing times that you can use to your benefit. Okay, well, here's another tool. Okay, here's another tool on the USCS website, and you wonder, about the case status online. Okay, you check it, you type in your receipt number, which is on your 797 notice. Okay, on the top left. I'm sorry, top left or right is your receipt number. Okay, it's the first three characters are the alpha. Okay, they're letters, and after that is 8 or 9 digits. After that, so you want to put that in here, type it in, copy and paste, and check your status. Now, you might wonder, well, okay, even for those that receive one that says interview in queue, okay, it's in line for scheduling. We've had cases we receive that, let's say, like 3 months after we file it. Don't let that mislead you. Okay. That doesn't mean that your case is actually going to be in queue for interview, let's say like next month or 2 months down the line. There is no time structure to these case status updates. So I know, I get it. It can be frustrating uh, to look at the status and you're like, well, 5 months ago I said in queue for interview. What the heck's taking so long? So don't, in terms of timing, try not to think about it in terms of that, in terms of the finite little stage there after you receive a case status, like after that. But think about it more in terms of, uh, long term. Okay. In terms of the entire case. Okay. If you filed your 45 and it's taking more than I would say at least 15 months minimum. Of course, depends on your location, your field office, where you live. Chat with us. Let us know. You might want to consider a mandamus lawsuit. But otherwise, you can still use this tool online, okay, on the uscs.gov website, and hopefully that can give you some kind of information. Oh, we had another scenario about, for example, USCIS, they mailed the notice late. Like, for example, it could have been interview notice or biometrics. But if you received the biometrics late, um, past like let's say you received it today, October 5th, but the biometrics appointment was October 1st. It's frustrating. I get it. We've had that happen to a couple of clients, unfortunately. We also received the notice late. Um, we've had some clients be able to go to the ASC application support center, is what they call it, essentially the fingerprinting notice location. And uh, they said that. Sorry, I have to send a message real quick. They said that you when you go to the biometrics office, that you can. There have been times where clients have been able to go there without an appointment. Okay, especially I'm talking about when you missed your appointment time or you received it late. However, there are times when applicants are pushed away, told to go back and get a new appointment notice. So it may depend on the location. But if you're going to go without an appointment notice, at least a new one is what I mean. Still bring your old one, okay? The prior date. So it can at least show your name, because you do need to provide a identification as well, okay? Like your foreign passport, for example. Now, stay tuned. I'm going to share the secret code very soon before we jump off. Um, but here's the deal. You want to get it done, okay? At least if because here what we do as for our clients is call USCIS, notify them, hey, we need a new biometrics date. But USCIS is so slow just to give the new biometrics date. And why am I telling you this? What is so important about biometrics? To take fingerprints. It affects the timing for your EAD, your ability to work, employment authorization document, the card, okay? So that's why you need to take action. If you have time in your day, go as early as possible when the ASC office opens so that you can get it done. I need to close my door real quick. Okay. Okay, so here's the deal. So you want to take care of that, okay, as soon as you can. Because I think in this last client that we're thinking about right now, that I'm thinking about, I think it's taken at least a month for USCIS to provide the new date. So that's very frustrating, even for myself. Like with technology, this should be able to just reschedule, right? But unfortunately, that's not how it works with USCIS. Okay, so I'm just about to wrap up, but I do see that Ahmed has something to say. Thank you so much for considering our team, Ahmed. You need us to file a lawsuit against the embassy in court, Mandamus. Um, we're happy to do that. Give us a call, Ahmed, to see. We want to make sure that you qualify for Mandamus. Make sure it's an what we call unreasonable delay. Okay, we need to verify that because unfortunately, even if y'all think that your case has a delay, we might look at it and say it's not actually a delay. It's still not necessarily like just within processing times, but it's not what the government might think is unreasonable. Unreasonable is not defined, okay, in this situation. That's why with the quotations there, but it's just based on experience, okay, and based on what we speak with other colleagues on these situations. We don't want you to waste your court filing fee, okay, essentially. So we just wanted to be as transparent as possible with expectations. But yes, Ahmed, give us a call or fill out the form down below. And this is a good transition point to share the secret code. Okay. And here it is, friends. On the bottom left of your screen, green card, guys. You could have guessed it, especially if But here's a code. But if you're been watching our channel several times before, you probably already know the code. Share it with your friends. If your friend or colleague, neighbor, coworker, your enemy down the street has a question about immigration, share our channel if you don't mind. We greatly appreciate it because we do offer the free 15 minutes. We also have a free resource. Okay. We have a free guide about usually, I think about every case type, almost every case type, but at least we have one about family. Okay. We have one about employment, have one about mandamus lawsuits. Okay. We have one for college students actually, so that you can understand the next steps, OPT, STEM OPT. So what could do H1B, the steps you could do after college. Okay. So we want you to start thinking about it in advance. It's very important. You don't wait until you after you graduate to find an employer. You need to get it going sooner than later. So yeah, check out our website on that one. It's on the first page, greencardguys.com. Go to, I believe the guys are down below at the bottom of the website. Um, and it has common questions and answers. Okay. Let's see here. So, Ahmed, thank you again. We'll talk to you soon. Give us a call and we'll be on live again tomorrow. So, if you have any questions, please tune in. We're here to solve your immigration problems. Thank you so much and have a great day.